Lancelot leaned in. You are welcome to try to collect. Tetros couldn't concentrate. His mind was on Excalibur. Was the sword waiting for him to kill the snake? Or was he waiting for the snake to kill Tetros? Tetros gritted his teeth. He could feel his fingers twitching. How could he hold back for an army? He wanted to face the snake right now. He took a deep breath. Merlin and Professor Dovey were right. His father had ridden into the Battle of the 4 Points weak and without a plan and lost everything. Tetros couldn't make the same mistake. Not just for him, but for Agatha too. Agatha. His heart clenched, thinking of his true love out in the winds with her crew tracking a deadly villain. He wished that he could have spoken to Professor Dovey before she left. She was the last person to talk to Agatha, and he wanted to know how she was and why she hadn't returned when she promised that she would. But now, Tetros was thinking about the story's last page. Arthur's blood. Why had Merlin gone just as she seemed to figure out what the words meant? Was there someone in Arthur's family who wanted the crown? Someone willing to kill his son for it? Someone Merlin knew? Tetros thought back to what Lady Grimling had said in the Hall of Kings. How little you know of your father. And yet, deep inside, he had the sinking feeling that they were all wrong, that they had missed the real meaning of the Lady of the Lake's words. But now, Tetros was thinking of the summits he had to call to build an army. He had put off answering the urgent letters from neighboring kingdoms because Camelot had zero to offer them. If he went ahead with a summit, he would have to face them all in person. Tetros, his mother's voice said. He looked up to see her, Lance, and the treasury master staring at him. Oh, what was the question? Tetros asked. Lance growled. I told Humpy Dumpy here to show me Camelot's accounts, and he said no, and I said, show me, or I'll give you the beating of your life, and he said, only the king can order him to show the kingdom's books. And he isn't officially king, said the treasury master, barely looking at Tetros. Which means maybe I should call some guards and see if they're interested in splitting a bounty. He grinned at Guinevere and Lancelot. Think there's just enough gold in the kingdom left for that. Maybe it was the way the fat little twit said it, or the way he ignored the Tetros like he was a kitchen maid. Or maybe, now that a snake wanted his crown, Tetros finally felt like a lion. Whatever it is, it made Tetros stand up. I'm the only king you have at the moment, my friend. So as long as you plan to remain as Camelot, you and everyone else in this castle are under my command. Which means you'll hand over the kingdom's books without another word, and you'll never threaten my mother and Lancelot again. First things first, though." Theodros turned to Lance. "You have a beating to give," the Treasury Master gasped. Theodros knew from experience that Lancelot could inflict remarkable pain in a short time. The Treasury Master didn't fare well then. Bruised and whimpering behind the desk like a dying cat, he quiveringly handed over all of Camelot's ledgers, which Lance, Theodros, and his mother lugged into a blue tower sitting room and spread out over the tattered mohair carpets. The palm plant in the corner of the room was dead. The powder blue wallpaper had water bubbles in it, and the cracked ceiling leaked into the fireplace mantel. Drip, drip, drip. A few mosquitoes buzzed around their hands, but the three of them stayed hunched on the carpet for hours, barely speaking as they scoured the Treasury Master's books. Soon, the sky dimmed through the windows, and stewards put down plates of chicken tikka and saffron rice, which were eaten hastily and shoved aside so they could get back to work. Finally, Lancelot looked up. "They tested the poor and the middle class at double the rates of a deed and cut the taxes of the wealthiest landowners. That's obvious, but it still looks like we have plenty of money coming into the accounts, more than enough to build an army." "But if revenues are up, how can we be bankrupt? That's what I don't understand," said Guinevere. "Who has the expense books?" "I do, and they all look fine too," said Theodros, peering at a ledger. "Well, except the expenses for CB. Those numbers are astronomical. Must be where all the extra money went. But that's to be expected after that night." "What's CB?" Guinevere asked. "Camelot's Beautiful," Theodros answered. "Advisors started the fund after that night to help maintain and refurbish the castle. Agatha's been raising money for it the past 6 months." He stopped talking. Slowly, they took in the room around them, the wrapped wallpaper, dripping ceiling, molting plants. "Well, one thing's for sure," said Lancelot. "Whatever money's in that fund isn't going to Camelot's Beautiful."